Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Indy Lights driver Christian Bogle, of course, from HMD Motorsports. It was announced a few weeks ago that he will return to that team in Indy Lights in 2023. How's it going, Christian?
Yeah, pretty good. How about yourself?
I am doing well. So how do you think last year went for you in Lights?
Yeah, no, I think we definitely had some strong points last year. Just looking forward to taking what we learned last year and applying it next year. So, yeah, I'm super excited to be returning with HMD and keeping my same kind of little team setup that we have with engineer and mechanics and everything. Just looking to kind of build on the progress that we made and hopefully get even more strong results and kind of build on that.
Yeah, for sure. So kind of talk about how last year went. I mean, it was had some ups and downs and also an interesting crash as well. Talk about how you think your year went on track.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think we got off to a little bit of a slow start, but a little bit through the year, we really made some big improvements, and I feel like we had some pretty decent results, especially at Detroit. And we're definitely finding the pace improvements that we need. We still struggle a little bit, and I feel qualifying, so that's kind of our main focus in the off-season testing here. Um, but yeah, no, I feel like our race pace has definitely gotten better. We've made some significant improvements there. But I feel, yeah, there were definitely a few down, just upsetting events, I would say. Some mistakes and stuff through like Road America and the second race at Detroit. Some pretty interesting crashes, as you said. But hopefully we can eliminate the mistakes next year and really go for consistency and kind of nailing home some good results throughout the entire year.
Since we haven't really had you on, kind of talk about what your racing background's like and all that.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit different here. So a lot of the people I'm going up against have prior karting experience. I've been racing for years and years. First time I hopped in a Formula car was in 2018. I never did any karting or anything. So I started out in F4 with J. Howard Driver Development back in late 2018, did 2019, and basically worked myself up from F4 to USF 2000 and actually skipped the Indy Pro 2000 ladder and went directly from USF to Indy Lights. So that was a pretty big jump, but yeah, it's going pretty good so far. So just obviously we're looking for constant progression, and that's all we can really ask for.
Christian, how old are you by chance?
I'm 21.
Okay. So, I mean, obviously you're 21 years old and trying to, get used to these cars and stuff. How do you feel like entering now in your second year since you kind of know the series and maybe kind of going to similar tracks? How do you think that's going to work out for you?
Yeah, I mean this will be my third year in lights. I did Carlin in 2020 or
Yeah.
2021. So yeah, I mean I feel like returning with the same team is a big plus, and that because you're working with the same people, there's no kind of curve to getting to know everyone, learning how to work with everyone. So I feel like we can get off on a good start, like right at the beginning of the season. Don't really have to have any setbacks. So I feel like we can start off fairly strong and continue the momentum throughout the season.
Forgot you were with Carlin in 2021. That's my bad.
Yeah. Oh, good.
So going into, this will be year three for you, in lights, or coming into year three, I think. So
Yes.
going into that, I mean, everything now. Well, kind of. I know there could be a lot of the similar tracks that are going to be on there. What are you most excited about?
Yeah, I'm very excited. I feel like we're going to be returning to a lot of the same tracks. I feel the schedule will be fairly similar, and we've definitely had some strong points in this year. And I'm a little sad that they got rid of Belle Isle, but I'm super excited to be going to a new street circuit, hopefully in Detroit. So
The Indy Lights schedule hasn't been released yet, but
they haven't, but I'm assuming because the I haven't seen anything either yet, but I'm assuming they'll keep Detroit because it makes the most sense. I'm assuming the schedule will be the same. That's what we all assume until we hear anything. So
it's very true. I know that Trans Am and I know one of the IMSA series are going back there, but yeah, we'll just have to see how that shakes out. But
Yep.
also next year for Lights is going to be a pretty massive field. I know there's going to be 8 HMD entries as well as 19. I think I'm hearing 19 overall. I know
Yeah.
Andretti's going to have a lot. I'm going to have a couple. Hunko, so at least have two. Um, you'll have you'll have Cape coming in. I believe exclusives coming in. Obviously, Force Indy will be back. So, what do you think that's going to do? I mean, this is probably the biggest field that Lights has seen in a long, long time.
I know, yeah, this is really really good for the series. I've been hearing the same things. I think we're going to be along the lines of upwards of 18 cars. So, I mean, a big turnaround from where Lights has been in the past few years, which is going to be great. So, um, and especially with the new tire and everything coming in with Firestone, it's going to be a big shakeup all around. So, I'm super excited to see the field as large as it is going to be, and seeing how competitive it is and has been in the last few years. I'm super excited to be kind of among that field.
Yeah. So, and really kind of, I know you got the off season kind of really, I know it's only been a few weeks since Indy Lights was in Laguna Seca. Now you guys are, heading to the Chris Griffiths test next month. And then that's where the real season's really about to kick in.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I always like to say the race season isn't the busiest part. It's really the off season after you get rolling. So usually testing is super consistent and just it's very busy. It's usually kind of week in week out. You're in the car testing somewhere. So it's been a little bit of slower start to the off season. I think we kind of ramped things up a little bit after Chris Griffiths. So hopefully we'll start seeing some more testing there. But it's been fairly busy for myself and just exploring different opportunities and racing. So hopefully be back in the lights car more after Chris Griffiths and just kind of testing as much as we can, but prior to the start of the season.
For sure. Any plans for the off season besides testing?
Um, so far, not much. Kind of exploring some just some prototype stuff. I got to do Michelin Le Mans Cup at with Team Virage and at Spa, so that was a pretty cool experience and my first kind of dive into prototype racing. So hopefully we get more opportunities like that in the future. But kind of just focusing on lights for next year.
Want to do Rolex next year?
I it's definitely on my bucket list. We'll have to explore our options there, but yeah, it's one hopefully to do in the future.
All right. Well, Christian Bogle, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us. Have a good off season. We'll talk to you before the season starts.
Yep. Thanks a ton, Casey.